This video is going to show you how to create a quiz that you can give to your students in a very unique and different way, but also your students could use this tool to create their own activity showing their learning. So we have in front of us a split screen. On the right hand side we have the teacher's view of Google Classroom. On the left hand side we have a student view. To start out with, as a teacher, I'm going to go to the site that we'll be using. This is classtools.net. It is designed and created by Russell Tarr. He's amazing, and there's so many great things to use on his site. But the one we're going to use today, let me just make this a tiny bit bigger. This is called Connect4s. We'll find it a little bit down on his site. It's Connect4s Quiz Generator. Let's go ahead and play this sample game. So I've got all of these terms, and I need to connect 4 of them together that have something in common. So I know that Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and England are all countries. So I know that oranges, pears, apples, and bananas are all fruits. I know that blue, white, green, and red are all colors. Now that I've finished or solved the puzzle, I can reveal the connection over here, and I can see these are countries, fruits, colors, and the Beatles. I could play this game again if I wanted to. So this is the URL that I'm going to Control-C copy to assign to my students. I'll go back to my classroom and go ahead to the plus and create a new assignment. Now if I wanted my students to create the Connect4, I could simply just title my assignment, give a description if I wish to. I could set a due date. I'm going to toggle that off. And then I need to insert the link for this particular tool and add it. Now I could assign this tool to my students. Another option I have is to actually create the quiz and then share the quiz with my students in Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to Connect4s. Let's go ahead and create a new game. Now, it asks me to put my questions, answers in this box. I can look at the example and see how it's supposed to be created. I can also look at the help text and read and see how it's to be done. If you look here, the 4 terms each follow one another with an asterisk in between, and then how they are all connected is in capital letters at the end. I can go ahead and put my text in here. Now what I want to do is submit this quiz. It will then ask me to provide a password so I can get back to edit this later. Then I will hit OK, and it says it's successfully saved, and to be sure to make note of the unique address. So this is my unique address that I need to Control-C or copy in order to get back. I can then go ahead and start my game and test it out and make sure that it's working. Let's see, I know that there's one that's ice cream and ice skate and icebergs and ice water. So there we go, I've made my first Connect4. But remember, this is the URL that I want to copy now and send to my students so they can take this little quiz and try it out. So I will hit the plus button. I will create an assignment. I will type in that this is a Connect4 quiz. I'm not going to set a due date, but I am going to insert the link to my quiz. Control-V is paste and add it. I can then assign this. Now let's go to the student view, where as a student I can see my assignment, Connect4s. I can click the link. It takes me here and I can start the game, and I can work with a partner or on my own to try to see if I can connect these into Connect4s. Once the students have solved the quiz, they can go ahead and reveal the connections. And at this point, what I'd like my students to do is prove that they were able to connect 4s. So I'm going to ask my students to take a screen capture and send to me the screen capture image of the finished game. So as a student, I go back to Classroom, go to Open the Assignment. I'm then going to add a file. I'm going to find the file on my computer. I'm then going to upload that file. Once it's in there, I'm going to go ahead and turn it in to my teacher. Back on the teacher's side, I can go ahead and see that one student is done with this assignment. I can go ahead and view their screenshot and see how they've done. And then I can go ahead and add their grade. In this case, I can say that they earned all the points on the quiz and return it to them. The student will then be able to view their score. And that's how you can have students prove that they took the quiz by using the screen capture tool. I hope that this is something you will try with your students, whether it's the students creating a Connect Fours or you creating one as a quick little quiz for them. I think they would find this a rather different way to test their knowledge of the content that you have taught.